Whew, okay. Okay, here with Maja Stark after her second round at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament of Champions. Walk us through your round today. What was different out there on the course, and how were you performing differently?
I think just most of my putting was better, especially the first 9. Then it was kind of slow. But yeah, I think the putting was the big thing because I think my irons weren't that good. But I finally started making those 10-footers, so that helped.
Mm-hmm. How important is the putting out here? A lot of players have said that has been the key for them today as well.
I mean, very important. There are lots of mini breaks on the greens that you don't really see, lots of runoff areas. So, yeah, very important, putt for dough.
Steve, go ahead.
You were one of the first here yesterday morning and certainly the last to leave. So what all were you working on? And that's a lot of grinding for the first event of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I've made a goal to practice 6 hours of putting a week. And I didn't really realize how much more that is than I usually do. So that's great for me. And I feel like it pays off, especially with confidence-wise.
So a lot of players have transition struggles, whether they're coming out of college or whether they're coming off the Epson Tour or whether they're coming from Europe. You seem to have just jumped right in. You seem to be having no trouble at all. What can you attribute that to?
I think I've struggled. Wait, maybe you don't see that. I guess you don't. I don't know. I feel like I've taken it one step at a time, I guess. I have no idea.
Yeah. Has there been anything about adjusting to the golf courses or anything that you have found more difficult or less difficult? Or
Not really. We played a lot of courses like this in college. They were a bit shorter, but, I mean, hopefully I've started hitting further than I did in college, so yeah, it's pretty normal.
Okay.
I remember seeing you at Pelican. It had been a long year where you had played kind of all over the globe. What's it like for you to start this year and kind of have probably a more settled-in schedule? Is that calming?
It is. Yeah, it's great to have this category and finally know that there's nowhere else to move really, because on the European Tour I had to schedule in LPGA qualifiers, stuff like that, and then you have all switching schedule too when I got this category. So it's very nice. I'm still trying to not do too much, and that's difficult. But I think I have a good schedule set now.
And did you take a little time off after that long run toward the end of the year?
I took 3 days, but I had too much motivation, so I just,
My goodness.
went to the golf course. Then I got sick, so that I had to take a bit of time off.
What did you do in those 3 days?
Cried. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, for real?
No, I was actually just waiting, like, can I go now? Can I go to the course now? Yeah, because I was just so excited to start playing again.
So you mentioned your goal of 6 hours of putting. What other goals have you set for this year?
Solheim Cup. Coming top 20 on the Wagger. Why did I say Wagger? On the Rolex rankings. I'm still stuck in my amateur
It all
days.
happened so fast.
Yeah, on the Rolex rankings. And major.
What a major. Oh. What will your schedule be like going into the first half of the year? What are you playing in?
I am playing in LET next, the one in Morocco, and then I do Thailand, Singapore, 2 weeks off, Arizona, California, and then 2 weeks again. So I have a pretty good rest to tournament ratio.
And there's one more for me. Have you always loved golf this much, or are you loving it now more than ever?
I'm probably loving it now more than ever. My caddy was saying, we were over on 11, and I just told him, I love this day. And he goes, yeah. I mean, he said he had to call my mom. He has to call my mom and ask what's happened to Maja, because she's not throwing clubs. She's actually being kind of fun, and not too mad. So, yeah, I don't know what's happened. I don't know.
When did you feel that change?
Yesterday. I don't know. I turned 23 during the off season, so maybe that extra year helped. I don't know.
Maturity.
When did you last throw a club?
Throw a club,
Uh-huh. And what club was it?
CME. First a 60 degree, and then the next hole after I threw a hybrid.
So, Maja, everybody talks about finding motivation after a hard time, and I think it worked for you. I mean, I remember it was very frustrating at the Muirfield last year. It was a tough finish, and then after that you won in Ireland, and he's been like, so what happened? I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, on the Monday when we got to Ireland, I was just trying to get back to normal. I mean, I think I sat for probably 2 hours in the restaurant at the golf club crying to my mental coach and just like, I don't know, I couldn't even explain it. I was just so disappointed and we were getting nowhere. So he said, maybe just take this day to recover and get back. Like, and he said, what do you need right now? And I just said, I need to hang out with friends. So I made sure I played my practice rounds with people I like, and then just slowly started getting more comfortable. I mean, I cried so much that like my ribs got locked. Like they were so strained. So I've never cried that much in my life. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah. But I think it was good because I didn't have the energy to do my chicken wing that I usually do, so I think my technique got better, honestly.
When you talk about the new putting regimen, what's the most at one time you'll spend putting?
That's probably like 1.5 hours at camp last week. Yeah, but I mean,
Pretty good essential.
yeah, it was fine.
Were you with the Swedish team at camp? Or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a Swedish team mixed ladies amateurs and some Epson Tour pros, LET pros, and LPGA pros.
Did you have a goal? Wait, where was the camp? Did you say?
Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Did you have a goal of not throwing clubs, or is it just naturally happening?
I think it's just naturally happening because I'm a more happy person.
Okay.
Come on, I couldn't do this.
Maja, you had so many opportunities.
When?